Anthony Bennett was drafted out of UNLV and the first ever Canadian taken with the #1 pick in the draft. Bennett was selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers as a player that had exceptional range for someone his size, a player who could really become a dominating presence in the paint. Unfortunately for Bennett and the Cavs, it took him 33 games to score in double digits for the first time in his career, and his rookie season included a brief stint in the D-League because it was obvious he was out of shape and needed to work on his game. While Bennett is yet to have the resume that some of the guys on this list managed to accrue in their careers, a bad sophomore campaign could quickly make him one of the worst draft picks of all time. In the year he was drafted, the Associated Press named Joe Smith their College Player of the Year. Unlike a lot of the other players in this list, Smith actually put together some decent seasons. In his sophomore year with the Golden State Warriors, he averaged over 18 points and 8 rebounds per game. Unfortunately, that season would be his best in the league. Although Smith did manage to maintain some longevity in the NBA, playing 16 seasons, he simply never became the superstar that many thought he would become. Smith finished his career with the Los Angeles Lakers, retiring in 2011. By the time he called it a career, Smith had played for 15 different teams. Not exactly the settled lifestyle most #1 picks are used to. Kwame Brown once sat next to Michael Jordan in a press conference and stated that it was a pleasure to breathe the same air as the greatest of all time. Needless to say, the underachieving Brown hit the nail on the head, producing a disappointing NBA career that saw him relegated to role player status fairly quickly. Brown last played for the Philadelphia 76ers in 2013 and donned the jersey of 7 teams overall. He averaged 6.6 points and 5.5 rebounds per game over the course of his career. He was touted as a future star who could really dominate down low, but Brown never seemed to have the desire to be a franchise player and often took his impending star status as a given. Drafted out of the University of the Pacific, Olowokandi averaged over 22 points and 11 rebounds per game in his last year in college. The Candyman was out of the NBA before most of the first-round picks selected behind him, including Vince Carter and Paul Pierce. Averaging just over 8 points per game in the NBA makes one a serviceable bench player at best, but it's far from the 20-plus points per game most general managers would hope to be discovering with the first pick overall. Olowokandi retired from the NBA in 2007 after stints with 3 different teams and has to go down as one of the biggest draft day busts of all time. And the Sports Break #1 worst NBA #1 pick in draft history goes to Greg Oden. Prior to the start of his rookie year, Oden had microfracture surgery on his knee and didn't make his NBA debut until the next season. Oden also missed all of the 2012-2013 season due to knee ailments and now plays in a very limited role for the defending champion Miami Heat. The former can't-miss prospect was supposed to be the centerpiece of a championship team, and now he will never be more than a complimentary player. Is anybody worse than these 5? Add your voice in the comments and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Break on YouTube, and be sure to check out some of our related videos.